Morning. We didn't get much more filming of anything done last night. After we got our camp chores, it took probably a good hour gathering up firewood and stuff and getting a fire established. By the time we got the fire started, it was already getting dark. And anyhow, we had a really good evening. Dinner, and then sat around the fire and just talked for, well, probably well up into midnight. Up now, getting some breakfast ready. The plan is to get out and follow No Business out to where it meets the Big South Fork River and just see what things we can see around there. So I think we're fixing to get underway. Kerry Woolbright, he finally made it down here. We've just been talking about the last hour or so, just various things, getting acquainted and ready to go. Breakfast is over with, we're all packed up and ready to go exploring. So we are on the John Muir Trail in the bottom part along the No Business Creek area. We are heading towards the confluence of No Business Creek and Big South Fork River. It's a pretty October morning, nice and warm, probably 60s. A little breeze knocking the leaves down. Nice clear sunny day, but can't see the sky much. And here we are passing our camp on the other side of the creek. Well, Papaw just found an otter down in here, so.
Some folk call them heirloom type fruits because those particular apple trees and pear trees just don't exist anymore except in these hills and hollows.
So we are crossing Kapp Branch, we think, right now. And it's got our curiosity too for maybe another trip. When we came out in the spring and met up with Papaw, there's a waterfall off in the distance. Further research, we think that this little branch of water here was that waterfall, probably 3 miles up or so. So we're gonna save this idea for another time, and maybe middle of winter or something, go find the waterfall.
There's a delete one.
Just past Kerry up here, there should be an old home site, or at least a barn site too. We're going to see if we can't find it. Kerry just pointed out to me, and we're right on the other side where he was standing. There's the remnants of an old stone wall right here. See, so that is part of that site. The original settler in the No Business area was a Richard Harv Slavin. He got the land on a land grant for his services in the Revolutionary War. Then he built his cabin, which was a stockade type of cabin with just gun slits for windows, right on the confluence of Tackett Creek, which we just crossed, and the Big South, not the Big South Fork, and the No Business Creek. So it's right where we're standing. Whether this wall is part of his wall or not, only history knows now. But at least on this spot is one of the original settlers' spots. Kerry was just pointing this out. He found this, just an old single fence post. There does not seem to be any other in the general area. And then one of the nails still there. Hard telling how old this is. Good find though. We found a little road going up the hill. Taking it up right now, but we did find an old fireplace up on top of the hill too, so working my way there now. It should be right over here. Right there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, wait till I get there.
Oh, we found the remnants of 3 old home places.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so there's that roadbed I just walked up on. Here's some more pieces of wall. Looks like a corner right here. Yeah. Isn't this awesome? Carrie just pointed this out, some more stone piles.
Those things could be over 100 years old.
But little road
Yeah.
comes right out of here.
Comes up there and goes around.
So it was probably here before.
So Karl could have probably had a ford right there and then another home place on that end.
Okay, so Papaw has been telling me about this. Some of his earlier memories of coming out here into no business when he was younger. But the people here, when they were living here before it was a park, took and cut the stone, made a flat stone, and made themselves a little culvert as it crossed the road. And this is it right here. It's one of his memorable places from youth, and we just found it in the road. Enamelware.
It's even better up here.
What the American pickers call rescue dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yep, some more artifacts. Sorry about that, I'm crawling over a couple dead cedar trees.
This is really neat right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's one of those blue jars.
Got the old blue jar with the old ball, and they got the shovel, another bucket.
Oh my goodness.
So they lived right there.
Yep, I think I found a corner of one of the...
And they threw their garbage over the hill right here. This was their dump.
Nice. Right up the road right there.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that this is probably just a foundation platform for maybe their old cabin. It's just a little flat spot just on the little hill overlooking the trash site we just found. The little creek with the culvert, and then the road is directly behind me. So this has to be the home site. There's a foundation set there, and right here in front of Carrie there's another one. Some more artifacts that Carrie just found. Some kind of canned food label thing, and a square box, some other pieces of tin.
That's horses.
Yeah. Little horseback riders behind us.
Howdy.
How you doing, sir?
Doing great. Look like you guys are doing great too.
Oh man, I'm telling you what, we have a better day for hiking
Yeah,
or
no,
riding too.
I thought y'all were going to haul us out of here.
We'll be back in a little while.
How you doing?
As long as I can get up the top
Okay,
of the road.
how you doing?
Hi.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, they're human
Hi.
Yeah, they're human too. And thank you.
Yeah, they're like,
Appreciate
what are
that.
you doing here?
Like that t-shirt.
Thank you.
Man, this particular site has been overloaded with artifacts. It's like a little gold mine for us. There's another stone wall we're finding just along the roadside. We have, in a small part of the day, we have found quite a bit of signs of life on this one. A glimpse of No Business Creek. We're walking along. Kerry down here filming something. Just a beautiful day. Okay, so if you look across the creek here, you can see an old retaining wall. Stacked stones. Just protecting some of the floodplain on the creek. There's gotta be some fish in that little hole.
It would be one of those things on a cold night to get into and build a fire. It's not very high, but it's kind of neat to it. I got all those loaded last night.
Some more artifacts. A little wash bucket.
John Muir, where we just start.
We just came from, well, the intersection to John Muir Overlook, which is 2.5 miles back that way. So we've been about 3 miles so far this morning. So we are detouring just a little bit to find, ooh, that's a pretty cool wall. I'll show you that in a second too. Papaw wanted to show us a swinging bridge crossing the creek over here. I think we're going to see the wall first.
We did on trail down toward the trail toward Mob's Crack. Took a couple things.
We have just found this old house foundation or something. Look.
Porches for the pillars for
Little-
the front porch.
Little vial. Check this out. Yeah.
The cellar, and then the porch would come out where the top of these pillars are, and then they'd have
All the stone architecture and the house on top of it. Yeah, this is. Yeah. And down, you know, foundation stones. This is really cool. This is a good find. Completely accidental. Oh, Kerry stumbled into an old stove range. Maybe. Looks like it. Yeah. You still see the enamel wear on it. That's pretty cool. Okay. So Papaw wanted to show us this, a little detour for us, minus the trash in the fire ring. It's a little backcountry campsite. Really nice bridge going over the creek, and then on to Mod's Crack from there. It's a nice little campsite back here.
Yeah, they'll probably burn this bridge down next time. Now, that water.
We have been wandering around in this very large flat down here as we're getting closer to the river confluence. We were looking for some old historical sites that shows up on a really old map. But it's pretty thick in here still, and we don't know what we're looking for, so we're not finding it either. But it is an enjoyable time down here. It's a big area, bigger than I thought it was going to be. We are obviously in somebody's old homestead site, but there is not going to be much finding anything in here, don't look like. Yeah, looks like we're coming up on an old bridge. Man, this little bee is driving me nuts. An old barrel Kerry found up here, and apparently some other artifacts. We are working our way towards where the no business school should be. It can't be too much farther, probably half a mile maybe. That's probably going to be our ending point for today, or right close to the confluence of the river anyhow. Not really sure. It's getting to be 2:30 local time, 1:30 my time, and we still got to turn around and go back 4 or 5 miles. So this day is probably coming to an end soon. Okay, according to the GPS, we are right on top of the old site where the school should be. Just walking this little hilltop, and it's a pretty rough walk too. There's not much of anything here except for this little pile of stacked stones, and right on down over here there's another little pile of stacked stones. So that is likely the corners for this building, and then all through what you're seeing right here is likely the building and the school site. We're not 100% sure, but we're pretty confident this is where the old no business school was. Okay, so it looks like this is our turnaround point for today. Right here, there is a ford across the creek, which we are not going to do. And then the confluence with the Big South Fork River is probably another 1/4 mile on down. But we're getting kind of tired. We've walked the last 2 hours in muddy horse trails, and we still got to turn around and do it all over again. So we're gonna just save our feet and head back at this point. It's a pretty enough view just to turn around at, and not much to see on the way back, so I probably won't hear from me much more on this lake.
I don't know. Yeah, when we slid off up here, I thought, well, it's going to go up here a little way and come back.
Okay, so that's no business butte, they think, and the sun has finally moved so I can get a better picture of it. But tomorrow we got to hike up into that, because we're parked up in there. So just a little view that we passed earlier today. I tried to show you, but I couldn't because of the sun. So. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys this before, well, mostly before I forgot. But right up here, there are food bags. Here's our little camp. Just tucked in here. Papaw's hammock and stuff set up over here on the right, and mine is hiding behind the 2 trees on the left. And then this nice, pretty, it's a pretty view, I think, but the leaf-covered road and the trail just heading back up the ridge. Just a pretty setting we're in, that's all. Good morning. It's our last day here, and it rained all night long last night, so Papaw got us a fire started this morning so we can at least get some hot coffee. But I think we're going to start taking down our camp and maybe head on out of here, maybe a little earlier than we first thought we would be, but oh, we are heading back up Longfield Branch. It's going to be a good half-mile or better, and it looks like just an old fire road, really. We had a pretty good trip. Seen a lot of cultural sites. Makes you want to know more about it now, and yeah, I think it met my expectations. I don't know what more to say about it other than I think Ben Garrett said it best. He's a writer for the Oneida Herald, Independent Herald, I'm sorry, and he worded it in one of his blogs that life happened here, and that's really the best way to sum it up. Now that it's National Park Service, all you see is forest, some old trails that you know used to be roads, but it's all grown over now, and it's just kind of important to note that for 160 plus years people carved a life down in this little valley, so it's just pretty interesting exploring that. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.